All right. We are back again with another episode of Mushoku Tensei here. We have episode 9 here ready to go. I know it sounds a little weird, right? I'm trying to kind of switch up my intro a little bit. If you can't obviously tell, I have no idea I didn't think about it. I didn't plan it at all. So it's basically the same intro, just some words got switched up. I don't know. It's a work in progress. It's just I've done the same intro on my videos for like two and a half years now. I figure it's maybe about time to switch it up. So yeah, no, if it sounds weird, let me know. It sounds very weird. Maybe I should just stick to the old one. I don't know. But no, last episode it ended on a bit of a odd point. So basically a nuke went off in the in the field. I'm guessing it was like a teleportation thing or something. I don't know. Like, obviously our main characters aren't dead unless they did die and they got sent to the afterlife and that's where the rest of the anime is going to take place. It could be, like, it is fantasy. Maybe run into the devil. Like, they talk about demons and shit. There's got to be a demon lord. Well, we know there was a demon lord. I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hop right into the episode, not waste any more of y'all's time, and I'm just going to get into it. Because there's no point in me guessing. So let's just hop right into this episode and see what happens. Let's go. Huh? Is this man actually dead? Wow. Huh? What? I look like nothing? Oh? Wait, so everyone straight up died? And man's talking to God? Or a God? You're funny. Oh. So man is us. Despair, oh damn. Man's absolutely pissed right now. The God's just like, yo, is everything okay? It's your mental fun. Yeah, the original, I guess. Outside the six. Yeah, I was gonna say if he can't like go to that one, how did he come here? Dragon God. Okay, hold on. There's quite a bit going on. That I was trying to wait for this whole scene to be over, but it seems like it might go on a little bit longer here. Man, it's very interesting that his mental form is still in the shape of his original body. I'm guessing that has like a deeper meaning than just, oh, that was his original body. So of course that's what his original mind is going to look like, I guess, right? Like it's probably more he still sees himself as this sort of person, and not to be mean to him, he himself sees that form of him as sort of like a loser. As sort of someone who, got lost in life, didn't make it many places. So he's sort of been taking his new life, Ruijerd, like more positively, right? But I'm guessing his mindset is still trapped in like he can put on this facade of, oh, I'm doing better, I'm growing, blah blah, but he still sort of feels like his old self, like he's not grown that far. So I imagine that might have something to do with like this form, or maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking too deep into it, but that's just kind of what I'm getting from it. And then also, you got this whole freaking God here. Like, they just dropping that bomb on us. Like, sorry, no pun intended, considering he was just in basically a bomb. But no, they just have this man God show up who it seems like he's watching over. And the way he's talking, it sounds like there might be multiple gods watching over Ruijerd right now, because he said he can't reach outside of the six-sided world, which I guess is this world. I don't know why it's called six-sided. Is it like a hexagon? Like what's the deal with that? But no, and he's saying that the dragon god is better at reaching to the other world and like reincarnating. So that makes me think that maybe the dragon god had something to do with Rudy coming to this world originally. But this is really interesting, man. Like, you know what? I'll watch the scene. I'll finish the scene before I say something. Oh, well, he's got the magic. And as long as he has, like, Ghislaine and Eris with him. Yeah. It's like, fine, I'll take your stupid advice. Rely on it. Okay. Okay, that's it. I mean, I guess. Oh shit! Why exactly Rudy was able to like talk with him? Like, I'm guessing. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say I'm guessing in this world, like, not many people get to just talk to gods that often, but it's fantasy. Maybe it is like a common occurrence. You know, you really, I can't tell. But I wonder why he all of a sudden was able to talk to him. I'm guessing the god probably just thought, like, hey, like, he man needs my advice. I'm going to step in. But maybe it has something to do with the mana, like that big mana incident. And like he said, it's like he got caught in a big mana disaster. Like, is that a sort of natural disaster that happens in this world, or did someone cause it? I'm sure someone caused it because that big freaking planet disappeared. But who started the fire, though? Is Ghislaine up and going? Yeah. Or, oh, no. Oh, hello. Oh, it's one of those. The demons. Yeah, super. Yeah. That's probably the man he was saying to rely on, though, right? Yeah. He's like, hey, yo, what's up here, man? I'm helping you. Doesn't want any beef. It's like, fine, I'll look this way, asshole. Oh? Oh, he was talking. Oh! Oh, and man's so nervous, too. Is that a hand? Oh, he's talking in, like, normal? Is that wood? That better be wood. That looks very suspiciously like a hand. Okay. Hopefully he's telling the truth there. Yeah. Strange child. Yeah, he's probably so used to. Like, I kind of, as soon as they started talking about the Superds, I sort of had a feeling that they might introduce one and they're actually not, like, that bad of people. Or, like, I could be talking too soon. Like, he could still be an asshole. We don't know. But he genuinely seems like he helped them. He found them, started a fire near them, just kind of kept them safe in this demon continent that I imagine there's quite a few threats just chilling around here. So far, this is a good dude. So I imagine there might be a little bit of, like, you know, messaging, symbolism here about, you know, I don't know, discrimination sort of thing. Or maybe this guy, he's just like a really, a rare thing. Like, maybe most Superds are actually just dicks and this guy is just kind of like I can't think of any characters right now. But there's other shows where, like, there's an evil race of aliens or people or something, and one of them ends up being good. So I'm curious as to whether that's the trope they're going for, or maybe just like, hey, Superds aren't that bad. It could go either way. Just, he did hear Rudius talking in the demon tongue, of course, or the demon language, whatever they called it, I don't remember. But he didn't understand it. So I have to wonder whether that's also, he could be lying. Maybe he's trying to, like, kind of distance himself from that. Or maybe, so it's not that common of a tongue. Maybe it's kind of a rarer thing, right? To know the demon tongue or whatever. Oh, I think he's kind of awkward, isn't he? Well, that's convenient. Huh? Super drives reputation. It's already. Oh, yeah. So, oh my god, Eddie's, you're ruining a great moment. Shut the fuck up. Okay, that gives us a little bit of context. Like, he's saying that it would damage Super's tribe reputation if they didn't help these kids. So that makes me think that the whole Superb tribe is probably trying to, fix their name, sort of thing. Like, they did something in the past. I forget what the whole story was about the Superbs, but they obviously must have done something in the past to really piss off a lot of people or scare a lot of people. And maybe nowadays they just hang out in the demon continent and they're just trying to sort of like get back to a level of, I don't know, peace, or just, where they can just be themselves, right, without terrifying everybody. I'm hoping that's the case. Like the Superds, they are probably pretty powerful people, right? It would be good to have them as an ally, especially him. This guy, he seems nice. He's already, like, he just met us, and he already wants to escort us back to our homeland. Like, maybe it's just very convenient that he found us, or maybe that God kind of set him up to it in a way. I don't know. Don't run. Don't. Okay. Yo. This man is literally just standing here. Yo. She is going through, like... oh. That is awful. Now I understand why this man was looking so, like, awkward this whole time. He fully expected Rudy to just be like, oh my god, like, just freaking the fuck out of seeing the Superb. But Rudy was just like, you're interesting. Like, let me come closer. I want to talk to you a bit more. See, this is why I like Rudy. It's a nice change, and he's not so... It's because he played all those, like, the video games and stuff. And that's kind of, that's a positive here. He's used to random shit like this, even if it isn't video games. He just knows that, like, different race of people doesn't mean they're going to hurt me, sort of thing. Oh. She just... She's just having the most... Oh. Yeah, when she gets upset, when she gets frustrated, she acts normal. So just piss her off this whole time and she'll be fine. Like, I can't necessarily blame Eddies either, because, she was basically, well, no, not basically. She was raised in fear of these Superbs, right? Even Rudy's family out in the country, they talk about it. It's kind of like the boogeyman sort of thing. Like, if all of a sudden I ran into the boogeyman when I was like, what? How old is she again? 10? Or maybe older, 12 at this point. I can't recall. But if I was like a young kid and I ran into the boogeyman, I would immediately be like, oh, cool. I'd probably be a little freaking terrified. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great defense mechanism you got there. Aw. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cute. She's actually, like, excited about it now. Brushing it off. Man, I'm sure it's still an upgrade from how most people treat him. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so you mean to tell me in all of this canyon, in all of this continent, Ruijerd just happened to find them? Like, he just happened to be close to him? I don't know. It seems fishy to me. Wow, what? Yo, man, just killed a huge... Is that a turtle? Like a huge turtle? Oh. Yeah, that's cool. Just, wow. Yeah, I hope she's joking too, but I don't know. That's just all of it's in... Yeah, give me your eye. Oh. Yeah, okay. Are the villagers friendly? Oh, so they are speaking the demon tongue. I just think Rudy must suck at it. Rudy must just not have practiced enough. And that's why he didn't understand him. Oh. Please don't kill him? Oh. Wow. Okay, that was a little suspicious. Man threatened him with his eyes. Oh. Is he calling? Is he just gonna... Is he gonna go telepathy? Wow. That's cool. Oh. Oh, do they know? Huh. Oh, and Eddie's is jealous in the background. Oh, it is Roxy's village then. as soon as he like was shocked by it, I sort of noticed that like I think they have the same colored hair, right? Like I remember Roxy's being a bit darker, but this is just full of conveniences. Like it's like or coincidences. I mean, oh, Eddie's trying to get. Oh, is he like happy or is he sad? Oh, he sees all Roxy's. No, he's gonna go crazy. He's like, oh my god. Yeah, my goddess is only one. There is only one Roxy. They're 200. Oh. 45. Oh. I mean, it's... Okay. Yeah, I gotta wonder. Father-in-law. You're getting way ahead of yourself, brother. But no, I was gonna say, he's still, like, obviously they live to 200, so they're gonna seem pretty young, but I'm kind of surprised that Roxy's dad looks kind of like only 2 years older. Like, I would think big brother sort of thing. It's a little weird. Oh. I can appreciate the humor in it now because I know that Rudy is better and he's not going to straight up like feel up Eddie's in her sleep anymore. It's still just kind of funny when he's just like watching over her and he's still just laughing, still just being an absolute creep. It's harmless for the most part now. Oh, I don't know if that's necessary, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, like by himself, he wants to fix it. Oh, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Maybe should have been a little more gentle with it. Oh, oh, yeah. Sorry. Accepted spears. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even question it. Oh, straight up their whole families. Oh, yeah. I can kind of understand why he's pissed at Laplace. Props to him. Props to him. He accepts that he fucked up in the past, like a big fuck up. Like I'm not trying to rub it in, but yeah, that's as far as fuck ups go, that's a pretty damn huge one. So at least he admits it. He knows that it is his, like it is up to them to fix it themselves. So I can immediately respect him because yeah, Laplace doesn't seem like that nice of a dude. I could imagine he did something like that. I don't know. It's hard to say. They weren't able to control themselves, and it's wrong that they're still being punished for it. But yeah, it's kind of fucked up. Like they probably murdered a lot of people. So, you know, all that matters is he's trying to fix it now, and he's helping Rudy, helping Eddie's. And I am very curious about that one comment about how he saved a kid 10 years ago. I'm curious as to who that kid would be. Oh. Oh. Yeah, he's like, I know something about regret. Oh, that was cool. Mm, awesome. Yeah, okay, Rudy. I love it. I absolutely love it. Man, Rudy knows what it's like to have a regret. He immediately can kind of relate to him. Obviously, it's a whole different type of regret. It's kind of weird to compare the regret of being like, you know, an antisocial need to having murdered like friends, family, your own son, I think, for Ruijerd. Still, like he understands it. He kind of understands the pain that he's going through. So he just wants to help. There's no like ulterior motive. He just wants to help him. And that's why I like Rudy. That's why Rudy has been growing. Because he's done some, you know, sketchy stuff in the past. But for the most part, Rudy is a good person. And he's more so acting on it these days. Oh, yeah, Roxy's mom. 102? When do they start looking old? Like, even the chief didn't look that old. Do these guys ever look old? Like, do they just die when they still look like they're in their 30s? Damn! I thought man had I don't know, I thought he'd put up some boundaries towards Roxy's parents, but no, can I call you father? Straight up. Just going right for it. Damn. Can man even, like, wield that properly? Oh, and she wants something. Oh? Oh no, she's just being polite. Okay. A little awkward about it, but, you know, very nice. Would have laughed at him. Would he? I mean, that's even a little cold by his standards, I would have thought. Oh, okay, you know. A start to a good friendship, I think. Yeah, okay. Well, that was good. That was a nice little first episode in this, like, other continent, other world type of ordeal, like getting transported. I do wonder where Ghislaine went. Like, I imagine, because basically Rudy and Eris were together. Like, they were straight up hugging when they got transported. And Ghislaine was like, I don't know, 20 feet from him, maybe 50 feet from him, something like that. So maybe just depending on how close you were to the blast, you got transported. Like, it just kind of depends on the distance, right? Like, maybe 20 feet in our continent turned to like 20 miles in the demon continent for where you got transported to. So I imagine we'll find Ghislaine some semi soon. Like, she's probably just off surviving on her own, and she can handle herself, obviously. Like, she's fine. But no, like, our group, Eddie's, Ruijerd, sorry, that name might, because I'm saying Ruijerd, but I think it's Ruijerd, isn't it? It might take me a second to kind of get that pronunciation down. Like, it seems like it's going to be a start to a good adventure, the actual, like, adventure part of this fantasy anime, which, you know, I'm excited for, obviously, because we're going to run into some, like, demon continent monsters, tribes, I'm sure. They're talking about the cities. Like, he's saying that Ruijerd can't go into the cities. I don't know if he's talking about the cities in the demon continent itself. Roxy's village, they seemed fine with him. They just didn't want to let, like, Rudy and Eddis in. But still, like, I imagine, considering the Superb's reputation, they probably aren't allowed in many places, even maybe among the demon continent. Because if it was only the Superbs that got used by the place like that, or La Place, yeah, I can understand why people would be only sketchier on them. It's not right. Like, well, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Like, it's not like everybody knows that they were being used, that they were being controlled by the place. So they do just assume that it's the Superbs are evil people. Obviously, they should have a chance to explain themselves and kind of get that benefit of the doubt. But they did do some messed up stuff in the past, and they do kind of have to do something to kind of help prove their name, right? Like, especially Ruijerd, who, like, he was there, it sounds like. I think he's like an old ass dude. He was there when it all originally happened, and he killed, like, innocent people, right? So he kind of has to do something for that redemption at that point. And that's kind of fair. Like, it sucks that they're still being judged for it after this long. He is on the right track. Helping Rudy's and Eddie's, that's gonna get him somewhere, obviously. Like, Rudy's gonna help him. And that's another, like, that is something that I'm curious about. Rudy was saying his old self, he would laugh at Ruijerd in his story. Which that has me curious as to whether, like, what he means by that exactly. Like, does he mean in his old life he would have laughed? Or does he mean, like, just, you know, a couple of years ago he would have laughed? Because I thought he was talking about when he said he understood regret. He understood the regret that he might be feeling. I thought he meant his old life, right? Like, you know, being a neat sort of thing, being antisocial. But it could very well be he's talking about the stuff he's done in this life that he regrets. Because last episode, where he did that stuff with Eddis, and he immediately, like, regretted trying to do that. And you guys, or no, maybe you guys, no, it must have been on Reddit that I was reading that, like, in the manga, during that scene where he, like, tried to, you know, do that bad stuff with Eris, and she, like, beat him and said, no, what the hell are you doing? He in the manga, he apparently showed more regret towards that. Like, he was like, shit, why did I do that? I'm such a fucking idiot. Like, he was actually, like, pissed off at himself for it. But they didn't show as much in the anime part of it. So that could very well be what it's referring to, is like, even just recently, he's made mistakes that he regrets and that he knows were like bad in the moment. Ruijerd, his was a little more complicated. Like, man was straight up being like mind controlled or something. But still, it's kind of the same idea. Like, maybe that's what Rudy is referring to when he says, yeah, like, I understand his regret. I understand, like, feeling bad about the things that you did in the past and wanting to fix that. No, that's just interesting. Rudy's character as a whole, you can tell he is growing as a person. And it's sort of, that even helps with the whole thing that I said at the very beginning, where they were showing his mental state and him as like his old self in his mental state. He still sees himself as that sort of, loser that was just like, he's not happy with himself with. And him making those mistakes at like his birthday party with Eris, that adds on to it, right? So he's still making mistakes that he feels he is fucking up for, that he shouldn't be making, that he should be better with. But the fact that he is immediately like regretting it now, it already shows growth. Well, a lot of fucked up people in his shoes, the whole thing with Eris, they would have been like, oh, well, she was obviously like leading me on. Like, it's not my fault that I took it like that. But Rudy, he immediately knew, he's like, no, I fucked up and I need to fix it. So Rudy, just being aware of it is already growth in itself. And just this episode helps to show how much